Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm just getting set up here. Figure I'd start it. What's up? What's up? What's up? All right, real quick. They're draining this lake. It's actually gone down like 2 feet in the last day. They drained it down to check the dam at the other place. It's a dammed off creek. Hey, D, how are you? Jason Blackburn. Hey, 1 ton. What's going on? Let's see who else is in here. Michael Morello. What's up, brother? Yeah, we're gonna try doing some live channel catfishing. This place got some small cats, but they're usually biting. They usually bite later in the afternoon. How's the wind sound, man? 'Cause it's howling pretty good behind me. While you guys are in here, I'm gonna get baited up. Hey, Pappy, what's going on? Just trying to keep up with the chat. All right, so let me get these these rods baited up and get them out. I just wanted to get started. So if you guys could like maybe share this on Facebook and get some people in here, that would be cool. I'd really appreciate it. All right, let me get this stuff set up. So hey, make sure you guys got a good view of what I'm doing here. All right. We're going to use the Angry James 3-ounce sinkers today. Look at these bad boys. I'm ready to use these. Hey, Betty, what's going on? Hey, Norm, how are you? Today we're using, yes, an Abu Catfish Special, medium whisker seeker rods. They're the full metal jacket ones. So hopefully they always do the job over here. So, man, that wind is howling. Using a Amazon sinker slide, the ones that everybody uses. I've been seeing these everywhere. Like I said, the Angry 3-ounce weights. We got like a, what is this, 30-pound test. I use a swivel snap and a surgeon loop, a bead, obviously. And I'm using 5-aught hooks today because these are small channel cats, so these will work. These are the Mustad ones, so they even run a little smaller. But we'll see what happens. I don't know if you guys can see this, but when you're fishing for smaller fish, this helps me a lot. And I get this from a lot of offshore guys. I know you need to leave that hook exposed. It's kind of hard sometimes to do this. But what I'll do is I'll feed the hook in twice. I'll feed it through, back through. I'll get these little bit of scales off of there. But these smaller fish and the actual snell part helps keep it on. Well, it's falling apart now, but we'll see. The shad's a little soft, but it's what I got. So we'll get in there. Let's see. Mike Turner, what's going on? Art, what's up? Hey, what's going on? Norm and Lyle. Wow, this is really falling apart. For shit, bait. Oh, pardon my language. we're going to find a different piece of bait. That's the money shot right there, right in the channel. Yeah, I know everybody hates these, but we're using bells. I always use two different kinds, so I know which one's ringing which. But this one's gonna ring. Hey, Al, what's going on? Let's see who else is in here. Said hello to you, Lyle, Mike Turner. All right, we got 14 people watching. That's cool. Wow, it's windy as heck, man. Holy Toledo. What's going on, Chunky? What's up, buddy? Chad, what's up, my friend? So we'll see what happens. Like I was saying, they're dropping this lake, man. I'm glad I got in here before that happened. I don't know if you guys can see a little more of that. Basically, it's a dammed off creek, city lake. It's pretty big. If you guys look at my thumbnails for all my live feeds, the background picture, that is this lake. There's a couple other spots you can get out of here on your boat and stuff. It really is a cool place to have so close to home. Let's see what happens. Man, it is windy out here. This is blowing my lines like all over the place. I'm out. Let me think. Good 60 yards, at least, to get into the channel. With this wind blowing the opposite direction of the current, it's a bad thing. Basically, what it is that this lake, this is a shallow end here. When the sun comes out, warms the water up a little bit. And if that current, actually the current is moving since they're draining. So I'm hoping it's going to carry the set on down and they come swimming up. Usually it takes a little while to get the bite started. But once that set carries down there, they come in. So that's good. I'm trying to get a good camera angle here for you guys. Can you guys see the rods, both of them? It's kind of hard for me to see with the sun kind of blaring at my back. Let's see what's going on here in chat. It's kind of hard to, oh, there we go. There's more. Chunky's in the house. Chesapeake Bay Catfishing. What's going on, brother? How are you? Hey, Ryan, what's going on, man? Just a beard. I got to get this a little higher. It's hard for me to see without doing that. Let's see. How's that? Then I got to look up like this to see the screen. These Costa sunglasses, they have readers built in. Best gift my wife gave me. So if I turn up, I can actually read the text. You guys can see it good. Yeah, that's me though, pretty much just beard. Yeah, you know, these polarized glasses, most of them do. Hey, what's going on, Roger? Most polarized glasses mess with them, but these, and you know, they cost like $215. I got them for Christmas, but I happen to know what they cost. They weren't cheap, but I have to admit, they're awesome, especially with the readers in them. I can actually read my phone, and my dash, all the LED, not the LEDs, but you know, the displays on my dash. Unlike my other ones, my Oakleys, where it pretty much just blacks everything out. Even in our older car, especially, I can't even see the radio dial when I put those on going through. Trying to keep up with Chad here. No, I'm not. I'm not on the chain, Ryan. I'm at a local spot here at home. Like I was saying before you came in, they drain this lake every year to check the dam at the other end. It's a dammed off creek. So I wanted to hit it one more time before that happened. It's always hit or miss in the winter whether or not it fills back up before it gets cold. So. Norm says Walmart special. I break a pair a week. Yeah, you know what? I'm the same way, Norm. But I'm real careful with these. I like them that much, so I kind of hope so. Like I said, it usually takes a while for the bite to start, if it does. And also, this place is better in the evenings. But I wanted to get out there. I wanted to get you guys to check out my little spot here. I got my GoPro. I don't have it on. I got to charge it in the bucket, so maybe we'll put it on. So anybody else out fishing today? Anybody going fishing this weekend? What's happening? Yeah, Norm, I know the feeling. Or you drop them face down and the lenses get all scratched up and then they give me a headache. If I'm staring at, you know, scratches on the lenses, it really messes with my head. All right, Betty, good. I'm glad you're fishing. Hopefully you're doing better than I am over here. This time of year is kind of rough over here, I ain't gonna lie. But we'll see what happens. You don't know until you try. Thought about hitting the Fox, but I don't know. With the wind and stuff, it was a little rough today getting out, and I need to stay close to home with it being, you know, Halloween and everything. I'm gonna go home, help the wife greet all the trick-or-treaters. I think we got plans to go out tonight to a friend's house, which is always nice. There you go, Chesapeake. You should go out, man. Get out and fish. It's pretty nice out here. It's 48 degrees. They're calling for like 52, I think, is what it's going to be. So I'm kind of looking forward to it. I had to get out there. And this is like the first sun we've had in a couple of days. Yesterday it was coming in and out, but today's it's out. Usually sun doesn't help fishing except this time of year, especially when you're fishing like the shallow end of a lake. I always have a feeling that once it starts warming the water, the fish will come in. Then again, they might not come in until later this evening over here. And what I'm expecting, or what I usually expect to see here, I don't know, anything from 2 to 8 pounds is the average over here. Every now and then we'll get a 10 plus, but it's few and far between. The last couple ones I got were real skinny. So if you look at my live feed from yesterday with James, that explained a lot. You know, this spot that I'm fishing at's been under construction for a long time, actually all summer. So I'm thinking that it might have even impacted the fish. I don't know. You know, if they haven't been, no one's been taking fish from here, which people do. There's a limit of like 3 on this spot. So that could explain it. I mean, they looked like I was saying yesterday, they look like golf tees. 54 and sunny Chesapeake. That sounds awesome. Oakleys come with a leash. You know, I should be wearing a leash on these. Definitely, I need to get them. You know, I was looking at the Costa ones, and they wanted like $14 for them, so I kind of kept walking. Also, you got to drive all the way just to pick up your kid. You're not driving 6 hours to fish, Roger. It is the weekend. I should be home straightening out all the stuff out around the house. I still got to put the hoses away. We have a huge pergola in the backyard. And it's covered in wisteria. The thing's gorgeous, but I got some branches that are hanging down, so I got to get up on a ladder, tie that stuff up, take like our recycling away. The hard part's going to be, I got like a 600-pound smoker on my deck, getting that thing off the deck and wheeling it all. I wait till the ground gets hard, which is about right now, and wheeling it all the way around in the front so I can keep using it in the winter. I'm sorry, no fishing, Roger, man. That's rough. It's going to be like that for a while, at least for me. I mean, I like the ice fishing stuff, but I don't get out like I usually do in the summer or in the warmer weather. Now this spot's like known for the turtles here, so you kind of got to keep an eye on them. Well, not much you can do, but I can tell a turtle bite from a catfish bite. So, how about you, Ryan? Are you getting out fishing? Are you heading up north? Go get some of those big sturgeon I've been seeing all the crew catching. Yeah, Roger. I don't doubt you won't be out. I know you're serious about getting out there, at least more serious than like me and that Chad guy. Hey, we got 21 watching. Hello, everybody. Yeah, I've never caught one. I'd like to get up there and catch one of these days just to get it off of my list. But it is what it is. I just haven't had the time to travel that far. I'm going to try and go south and fish with Jake hopefully in the next week or two. I got to get a hold of him and plan something out, so that'll be cool. Yeah, that's right, Al. Turtles are my nemesis too. I mean, they're not huge here, but they're big enough. I mean, they're the size of a bucket lid. The soft shells. I've caught a couple of big snappers out of here. So there's box turtles in here actually too. People have probably let go, but they're all over. People like the turtles here. Not as bad as Dockery. I don't know, man. That Dockery's just got to walk right outside his back door and he's fishing. That's pretty easy. We got some people coming with their dog. This spot's usually covered. One hit. You see something? We calling this one right here because it's kind of reverse. The wind's that bad, Alston. So these guys, when they hit, they'll take it down. And like I said, I'm using not medium heavy, but medium rod. So there's a good bend to them. And plus, like I said, I'm at least 60 yards out. So there's a lot of line in the air. It's a big sail. The other one? Okay. Because it's reversed for me. I'm sure you know all about that, doing this all the time. Hey, what's going on? Jesse, how are you, buddy? Thanks for checking it out. So how do you guys that do this live streaming on the banks get used to like when people walk up and stuff? I mean, is that going to feel weird? Like I think it's going to feel for me sitting here talking to myself. I'm going to have to change the 5-ounces. Yeah, Chunk Ellis thinking the same thing, Elston. It is what it is, I guess, right? No guts, no glory, I guess is what they say. Betty, I'm going to try not letting it be weird. You know, the other day, some guy came up to me when I was fishing and saw my GoPro. He's like, hey, you got a GoPro? Oh, God, not a GoPro, YouTube channel. You're going to put this on YouTube? And I think that was the first time I actually said yeah and kind of self-promoted myself. It was kind of odd, but I did do it. Let me scroll back up here, see if I missed anything. Yeah, Jesse had a great live stream last night. That was pretty cool. It's good when you catch fish. Like I said, it might be kind of hard to get it here at this time of day, but if I come back later this evening, I'd probably do pretty good. But we're going to give it a heck anyways. Since it is, Halloween, I'm trying not to be such a grumpy old man like somebody we know. I'm going to have to get out and give some candy to the kids today. Right, Mike Turner. I don't know about all that. I don't consider myself an expert. I consider myself a student 100%. I know a lot of guys out there, that are better than me at fishing and stuff, and I just like to listen to what they got to say. Try to absorb everything that I can get. Hopefully, it makes me a better, angler and a better person. So that's kind of the way I do it. But you guys can hear me fine. The wind isn't too bad. I was kind of worried about that. We might recast them with some 5-ounce weights instead of these 3s. They're getting blown around all over the place. Wait, I gotta go see Chad's message. Yeah, Chad, are you one of those guys I was talking about? Oh, we got people coming. Sampy, what's going on, brother? Thanks for the good luck wishes. Hey, we got 22 watching. That's pretty cool. My wife's watching. Hello, darling. How are you? She said she might. She never logs in, though. So I got a couple mail calls this week. One of them is going to be a review. Actually, 2 of them are going to be part of the same review. So I'm looking forward to doing that. I'm pretty excited about that. It has to do with something that I've been talking with Lyle about, and we'll fill you guys in on that in upcoming weeks. Also, I got my Dockery stickers, my Dockery mug this week. We got some people coming here. I guess this is where I get tested to see how uncomfortable I really feel talking to the camera. I not purposely, Ryan. I've caught muskies and small ones, nothing worth talking about. Actually, at this spot, when I'm fishing with worms and stuff and the water's high, right after floods, they come up this way. But they do stock it with muskies. They're small. They're more like the snakes, that everybody complains about. But yeah, there's a lot of ducks, man. Look here. I'll show you guys this. I don't know if you can see them. Let's see if we can get them here. Might be blinded. Can you guys see all them sitting out there? All the ducks and the geese. It's crazy. Too bad you can't fire a shotgun in this area. But they're all over this place. They're constantly laughing at me. That's what I say. They're always laughing. Try to get out of the way. We'll see if we get a bite or something. All we can do is try. Fishing with the Chad. Let's see what he said. I don't know if my sponsor, Yeti, holler at your boy, would appreciate that. But there's an idea. Yeah, there is a lot of blinds. I've seen quite a bit. There's more on the Fox than there in the past. A couple of them have kind of gotten broken down, and they're good fishing spots around in the summer, so I don't mind them at all. But I haven't seen too many. I live out near Huntley, Illinois, right like on the border there, and I can hear them on every Sunday. Man, they're out there. They're killing geese like crazy. We have so many here; it's ridiculous. I don't know if it's a major spot or stop for them or what, but they spend a lot of time. What's going on, Finn? How are you, brother? Pappy, I think I said hello to you. If not, hello to you again. All right, I'm getting texts from the family. I guess they're watching too. Yeah, right, really, right at Broken Oar, huh? I've done pretty good there too. I got a story that I got a fish there that I wish I got on video, Ryan. Holy smokes, I got a 30 pounder right over there, and the whole bar saw it, and they all came out and they applauded. It was like, it's one of the coolest stories that I have to tell. It was pretty good. It felt pretty neat. It was kind of surreal too. But that whole stretch right there is pretty cool. Right in that bay, right past there's a lot of fish up in there too. A lot of little smallmouth and stuff living right there. So I imagine, the bigger predators come in there to feed on all of that. So. I'm sorry to hear that, Mike. Yeah, I can understand that, Mike. That's right, Ryan. That stretch is, that stretch is good in the daytime too, man. Where I get that whole part, like from where the boat launch is, just not at the Oar, but what is that, south of there? There's that real nice boat launch, without mentioning any names, all the way up to the dam, man. I love that stretch. That's like my favorite stretch of river right there. And my biggest thing, what I do in that stretch is I just look for those birds. I'm not sure if they're cormorants or what they are, those big scary birds that are sitting up in the trees. If they're up in the trees where they're staying close to the bait, and I do pretty good with them. Fish the inside bends on going into turns and stuff, and I do pretty good. There's one hole I know over there that I kind of don't share with anybody, that I've hooked up with a couple of big fish in there that broke my line. They probably could have been a muskie. Alex, the kid I fished with, we were out there one time, and he actually hooked into a muskie on a circle hook and some cut bait. We got it up to the boat, and boom, it was gone. Were you on your kayak, Ryan? Oh, you're out with Jonathan? I got to call him, man. He's been killing it. He's been killing it blues. You guys have been doing great. That one video where you guys got those, was it 3? He got was that 60 that he was with you, or was that at 41? 40 something. Oh, look, it almost blew over my tripod. Here, I'm going to turn this so it's facing like this. Get one of the legs downwind from it. We're going to check the bait in a minute or two. Oh, yeah. Okay, I get it. I got you. Yeah, I've been meaning to check out that Epic Catfishing. Who is that guy? I've never heard of him. 43, yeah, that's right. Oh. It's going to be hard to tell if I get a bite, to be honest, with this wind. It's that bad. This time of year, there's no crappie to be found. I actually spent I caught a bunch of fish out here this week. I got it all on video. I just need to piece that stuff together. Maybe do like a this week in fishing. And like I was saying, they're all kind of skinny and sickly looking, which is unfortunate. But I've been trying for crappie with minnows and everything. I went out. Some guy, a friend of mine, took me out to his spot yesterday, and we got a bunch of dinks. I got those on tape too. I don't know if I'm going to put them on video, but it was, the conversation was pretty good. I went out with this guy, Elijah. He's always a good guy to talk to. He likes to chat it up. He's good at it. So maybe we'll put something together. Yeah, I know. I got a lot of freaking videos coming. I actually got 2 terabytes of like GoPro material I got to go through. Doing this live show and stuff, and trying to get this business back on track has been killing me, man. So I'm just happy to get out and into fish, to be honest. I'm not in this for the glory. I'm just in it to have fun and meet a lot of cool people. So it is what it is. That's kind of the way I'm treating it, you know. Yeah, I know, and I agree with you. I got to keep saying, oh, I got this video coming, that video coming. I got good intentions. Road's paved with them. Road to hell, I guess, right? Hey, Garrett. I am from Northern Illinois, McHenry County, Illinois. That's where I am right now. That's where I'm from. Originally from Chicago. Moved out here like 24 years ago. About, what is it, 35, 40 miles outside the city. Thanks for checking out the live stream, brother. I appreciate it. Ryan, were you talking about Jonathan has 230 videos coming? I saw that late cold water flathead video that he put out. That was pretty cool. That was really cool. It was nice to see him. 55 degrees, man. It's hard to catch him. You know, I've caught him 55-degree water in the spring, never in the fall. In the spring, they might just be waking up. They're looking, but those last couple of years, I got those early ones, the 26, and then I got like an 18 the year before that, which is really cool. All right, I'm going to check the baits. I'm going to put 5 ounces on there, try to get that bait to stand still. So hopefully you guys won't leave me while I'm doing that. My biggest problem when it's this windy, and it's hard to tell for the bites, they'll strip a hook clean. I think this one's clean. It feels like it might be. Especially with this frozen shad. It's what I had. It's what I'm using. This one's not even touched. So I don't know if that's a good sign, but I don't have to switch it out. We'll stop on it, but I am going to switch the weights out to something heavier. All right, we got the 5 ounces on there. Hopefully that'll keep them set. Yeah, wind is bad. It's windy out here. It always is. Whenever you get these unseasonably warm days, or when you go, well, at least this is what I think. When you go from cloudy for a couple days, and then you get a warm up, and the clouds are gone, and the sun comes out, kind of does the thermal thing where it gets the wind kicked up. Yeah, it's windy out there in the Rockford area, huh, Jesse? No, no luck yet. It's been kind of windy. It doesn't look like they were touching my bait either. This spot's better later in the evening, but I can't get out here later. Also, this spot closes after dark, so I can't really get out here. But I don't know how many times I've been out here and had a lot of luck, like right before it gets dark, right before I got to leave. So what I got to do is find out somebody in one of these houses that'll let me fish on their property. Something like that might be in the works. Oh my goodness! It almost blew over my phone. Uh, no, they're going the opposite way. I usually keep an eye out for it. There's a lot of kayakers and stuff to come in here, and they're always coming over. But kayakers, I'm really not that worried about. This is an electric only lake too, so it's not like they got a big motor, or they can get on me fast enough for it to make a difference. Three boats this year, Ryan. I'm lucky. I haven't got one. The closest I came to was having my Damien got his lines caught up in my trolling motor, and it pulled his reel right in, or his rod or his combo right into the water. Well, it was still attached, so we were able to get it back. All we did was retrieve, or lift the trolling motor up and pull it up by the line. So he got lucky there. I'm trying to see which way the wind's going, so I can set this. I'm going to turn this a little bit. Try to get it so the footing's right for this wind. Man, this coffee's good. This is like my second one already today. Either going to be up all night or because of the caffeine, or in the bathroom all night because of the volume. Holy smokes. Yeah, me and those wakeboarders don't get along too well. Uh, hate to hear that, Ryan. And also, I know you're further south than me, I believe. It's when you're fishing those narrow choke points, which I love to do. They really got no choice but to come close to you. I mean, there's no way about it. You just got to deal with it, I guess. At least that's what I keep telling myself. So what do you got planned for today, Mr. Lyle? So you were on the dock fishing when they did that. All right, but still he fishes down there a lot. He's way south though, right? You gonna buy a new fridge, or are you looking to get something to eat out of the fridge, Lyle? If it was me, I'd be looking to get something to eat out of the fridge. I did have a good breakfast today. I got up early. I made some bacon and biscuits. That's why I got this slim physique going. And Betty, and if you're still out there, I definitely had hot sauce on it. Nothing yet. Hey, my tramp, how are you? Oh man. Yeah, they don't care. They don't care at all. So he just moved out here. Is that what it is? Other than talking to him a little bit online and stuff, I don't know where he's from actually, but I know I was out in his neck of the woods when I was out targeting dolphins. You know, I always thought about putting mono backing on mine, and I know how to tie a double uni knot. I just don't trust myself or a knot. It's all in my head. I know it'll probably be fine. So I just go and use straight mono. You know, use a little bit of electrical tape to keep it on the spool, keep it from spinning. That seems to work. I know it's not the economical way to do it, but it's just kind of how I am. This wind's going to make it really hard to see if we get any bites. But we're out here trying. It's better than sitting at home, you know, wishing I was out trying. Happy Halloween, my tramp. That's why I'm out here early. Usually I'll be out here a little bit later at this spot, but we'll figure we'll give it a shot. I'm still trying to see where to stand. It's hard to stand on this side and read it at the same time. If I stand on this side, I can kind of read, but then I'm off camera. But hey, real time, what's going on? Thank you for the good luck wishes. Trying to get caught up here. Oh, still you just moved close to the Illinois River. Well, that's good. Get some intel from there. Can figure it out. You know, it's hard for me to justify driving down there when I don't have either, you know, connections down there or somebody that can help out. You know, if I could drive, you know, if I could drive down there, you know, for a couple of weeks, maybe every other day or something like that, get an idea of the stretch, it's good. But going there like once a summer, oh, there it goes, almost blew my phone over again. Kind of, I don't know. I guess you'd have to get like I'd have to look at the Navionics maps to see if I can figure something out. You really use 100-pound braid, huh, man? That's pretty heavy braid. I use 65-pound just because I like the diameter of it. It seems to work pretty well on a fox. I've never had my braid break. I've had 50-pound leader break. Also, by doing that, I get, you know, I usually get my stuff back except my hook. So I'm trying to think if I ever had my mono break. I've reeled in trees with that 65-pound suffix. It's still stronger than they say. Yeah, exactly. Lyle, that's a good point. You know, I didn't think about that, but, you know, using straight braid would do that. It would take up a lot less space on the reel. The new reel I have, which I am going to do a review, I actually started taping it yesterday. It's not an Abu. There's a little clue. Um, it's not. It's a smaller reel than I'm used to. So I'm gonna, want to save as much space as possible. I think I can get 100 and I did the math, 175 yards, a 65-pound braid on it. So hopefully that'll be enough. If I'm boat fishing with it, or if I'm bumping with it, I hope that's enough. I don't have too many places to go bumping, but I hope to at least get out there and try. So. Yeah, you're right, Ryan. If you're only fishing, close to the boat, that mono backing makes all the sense in the world. So you don't like anything. It all depends on your style of fishing and what you're trying to do and what meets your needs. Absolutely. You really have had flatheads break your 100-pound line or your 100-pound braid, huh? I mean, I don't catch any big monsters. I mean, I got that big one, but other than that, I'm averaging, between 15 and 30 usually. I'll get a couple of plus 30s, but I'm not, getting monsters as much as you guys do. You guys are probably hitting the river a heck of a lot more than me, especially this summer. I have 2 poles out mud trap. That's pretty much the rule here in Illinois, especially this lake. You can have 3 lines out if you're trolling, and that's specific to the body of water. So they can say you can't have 3 lines out even if you're trolling. But if they don't, you're trolling dragon baits or something, you can have 3 lines out per person. At least that's what I'm told. There's also a gray area where if you label one of your rods as a bank line, so you have all your information on at least one of them, you can tell the DNR it's a bank line. But it's totally up to him on whether or not he's going to like that or not. If he doesn't like it, he's going to give you a citation anyways. So if I'm in my boat, I'll run 3, and I have one set up with my information on there, so it's treated like a bank line as far as I'm concerned. Hey, Creole, what's going on, brother? How are you? Yeah, moved a little. It's windy. We got like 20-mile-an-hour winds here. So, and this spot, if I'm getting a bite, I'm gonna get a bite. These channel cats are so hungry over here this year that when they take it, they take it. It'll bend the pole in half. They're mediums, so they're pretty soft rods. Here's a clue as to how windy it is. This is I think a 60-acre lake, and there's little tiny whitecaps. It's so windy because the wind's blowing in the opposite direction of the current. And if they are moving a little bit, it's usually a turtle in this spot. Let's see who's this year's. Right, with the 50 hook rule, Ryan. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And I talked to a couple tournament guys that say, if unless marked otherwise, you can have that third rod out as long as it's labeled like a bank line. But I don't know. But you know how it goes, though, too. It's up to the agent that pulls you over, the DNR guy, to be honest. So if you want to risk it, risk it. If not, not. It's usually better to have 2 people in a boat and have at least 4 lines out. I mean, you do what you can do. Creole, what video is that? Yes, supposedly is definitely the key word there. So, and I do have them. All I do with them is I got like this Brother Pete Touch label maker. I'll make a label with all the information on there. Now I'll take like packing tape, and I'll put it on both sides, punch a hole in there with a hole punch, and zip tie it right to the hook, right to the hook saver or the whatever it's called. Yeah, it definitely helps, doesn't it, Jesse? I saw you had them out there. I saw you had the lines out there for 2 people, which was cool. Sometimes you got to do that. I try to get my wife to come out, but she's got no interest in that. Oh, excellent. Good that you're filming. I'm glad you're having better luck than I am. I think these fish in this spot are camera shy ever since I started wearing GoPros and stuff. Let's see. Yeah, Ryan, it does go to a good cause, I guess. Speaking of good causes, what I usually do is every year I don't hunt, but I still buy a hunting license because it goes to conservation. That I don't know. That's one way that I kind of give. I'll donate some money at auctions and stuff too, trying to help out. I'd rather not pay for a citation. I'd rather donate other ways. What's the weather like down there, Creole? Bet you it's a lot warmer than here. I think it might be what 49 degrees maybe right now, but the wind's ripping. If you guys can probably hear it. Good for you, Lyle. So you know what I'm talking about. Oh, find all my spots. You know what, Jesse? The Fox River and spot fishing, man. Follow what you know. You'll find them. I mean, that river's so flat. If you find any structure, any holes, stuff like that, turns and stuff, choke points, just follow what you know, man, and you'll get on the fish. It's not a spot thing so much on the Fox. Granted, there are spots that do better, but those spots are the ones with structure. They're the ones at choke points. They're the ones, inside slow bends, the top of holes, and a hole on the Fox is, a long, steady rise. There's no real big, drop offs or whatever. I know a couple, and they're actually in spots that are almost impossible to fish because of traffic. At least the one that I really know that's like when the river's high, I've seen it get up to like 13 feet in this one hole. So. Yeah, I don't know. Here's the deal. If you're fishing to keep fish, I can understand the rod limit, which is why it's in place, I believe. Also, tight quarters in urban areas might have something to do with it. At least have something to do with people complaining about the rod limits, especially for bank fishermen. I mean, you get underneath Algonquin Dam, you got 20 people out there with 10 rods each, man. That would be a mess. Um, I can understand either way. If you're like us and you're mostly, except when I'm crappie fishing, looking for the big catch or just out having a good time, I might keep a couple channel catch or something. I don't see how 4 rods or 3 rods would make that big a difference. But then again, we're not all the same. 53 pounds. Way to go, Creole. Congratulations. That's a beast. Now, is that a blue? Welcome back, Mike. Thanks for coming back. Yeah, Michael, I did dishes this morning too. My wife was kind enough to make a really good dinner yesterday. She made some corn chowder for the first time. It turned out pretty good. So I told her I would take care of the dishes. So I, cleaned everything up that I could last night and just emptied the dishwasher this morning. Started up a couple loads of laundry. Even I was a busy guy this morning. Took care of the dogs and so on. Did a bunch of stuff online. Did some work stuff. So I was busy. I didn't get out here till what time is? I have no idea what time it is. And I don't want to click off here because I don't want to lose you guys, so I'm not going to bother looking. I'm guessing Creole's big 53-pounder was a blue, right? Did I miss him? Yeah, blues. Fantastic. Way to go. 11:33 already. Thanks, Lyle. I appreciate it. It is slow today. Slow, slow, slow. That's nothing new for this spot, though, too. Like anything, it's fishing. I've been known to take a nap at this spot. Let's see how many people we got in here. 24 people. Pretty cool. Hello, everybody. Thanks for checking it out. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. That would be awesome. I'd love to have you follow the channel. That would be fantastic. Hopefully I can provide you with some content that you enjoy. I'm really having fun doing this. It's a good time. A lot of good people come to the live streams. It's a good group to get involved with. It's, you know, some people like it. Some people like to keep to themselves. It's understandable. I was like that for a long time. 1 ton. What's up, brother? No, Ryan, I don't do tournaments for a couple reasons. I don't have the live well. I don't like going that far south. I like staying up here north. You know, I know the boundaries kind of change each time. I don't know. I've never done a tournament too, you know, so I guess trial by fire. I don't know. I might want to do an online one of these days. That'll be kind of cool. But yeah, I haven't done one. You know, I know a couple of the guys that do them. A lot of good people are doing that tournament. So, you know, I wish them all the best and a lot of luck. But I just don't do much tournament fishing. I haven't done any. What tournament fishing have I done? Out here on this spot, there's a tournament to raise money in the name of this one guy this young man, this teenager that used to fish here every day. And the money's used to stock the lake. I'll fish that. It's in the winter. It's an ice fishing tournament. This lake's really hard in the winter. Man, I can kill the crappie here a lot in the spring and early summer and stuff. But for some reason, the fall and the winter are hard. I just need to step up my deep water crappie game. You know, I can kind of find them. I always end up with like a little baby perch when I try for them here. Hey, David, what's going on, man? How are you? Which tournament did John get in? I know he won the one in Springfield. That was awesome. But I thought that other one that's coming up. Is that a Monsters on the Fox Series one? What is that, on the 7th, I think I saw? Only reason why I remember that is because it's the day before my wife's birthday. So that would be kind of rough to make that too. I was going to bring my boat out here and live stream from my boat, but as soon as I walked out of the garage, I saw how windy it was. I was like, that's not going to work. Yeah, that's cutting it close. Those turkey bowls are always fun. You know what I like to do for the turkey? Well, I go to a turkey shoots up in Johnsburg, shoot trap, you know, where if you shoot the white trap, you win a turkey. That's always fun. We go do that. We didn't go last year, but the years before, we always did that. That's always a blast to do. Literally a blast. No pun intended, but it's there. Do what you want with it. You know, I've been really thinking about the tournament thing. It'd be kind of cool to hang out with everybody, to be honest. So I might even do that next year just for that. I'd like a bigger boat, man, with a bigger live well, though. My boat is so freaking small. I mean, when you watch like that one video I have, it looks like I'm drunk walking on it. It's just not that stable, and the stabilization on the GoPro 8 that I use is fantastic. It makes me look like I'm wobbling when it's really the boat that's shaking. It's kind of funny. My wife says I look like a drunk in that video. Yeah, it's kind of, yeah, I get it. I've never fished down there either, man. Fished like I keep saying to my buddies, fishing unfamiliar water. I mean, it's kind of cool. But I'm not, like I said, I'm a student. I'm not an expert. So granted, I would learn, but I want to catch some fish, you know. And I'm spoiled because I got the Fox 5 minutes from the house. I got this spot. I got a bunch of good ponds, which is good and bad. So yeah, I get what you're saying. Yorkville's quite a ride too. Hey Eddie, what's going on? It's going slow, Eddie. The wind's ripping out here. It's hard to even tell if I can get a bite. This is also a late afternoon spot too. But like I was saying, I was thinking about taking my boat out here, but it's just too windy. I think I don't know if, I didn't check the weather, but it feels like, I don't know, 15 to 20 miles an hour here. Yeah, I got that Rubbermaid tote. I thought about using that too. But, if I got even, if it's 3/4 filled, you're looking at 75 gallons, at 9 pounds a gallon, that adds up. And that's a lot of weight. I guess I could keep it in my truck and drive back if I catch a fish. You can do all that. Yeah, I've been thinking about all of that stuff. I'm really close to the farm and fleet over here, and they always got big sales on those, truck boxes and stuff. So uh, I've considered all that stuff, definitely. Amen, Michael Morello. I don't know if I'm an expert, but I know I'm a student. I like to think I'm a pretty good student at that. I like to listen. See, look at that rod bend from the wind. I don't know if you can see it. But usually when I get a bite, that's what it'll look like, nice and slow. But that's the wind. As soon as the wind kicked up, it did that. Hopefully, I'm not wasting your guys' time dragging you out here. Hopefully, we'll get at least one. We'll see what happens. I appreciate you guys checking it out, though. I know I'm not wasting my time being out here. I'd rather be out here than doing anything else. So, even the wind blew the geese all the way down to the other end of the lake here. I don't know if you can see that, but they're way down there. They're just floating around, and I just seen them kind of just float that way. It gets real shallow in that, and I imagine I imagine they're standing on the ground. Hey Ryan, you do any musky fishing on the Fox? I'm not looking for spots or anything, but maybe some kind of method or something, kind of get me to figure them out. I haven't really put any effort into it, but I'll tell you what, I'd sure like to, figure them out, especially this time of year. Thanks, thanks, Art, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, that is. That's the one that goes into the Fox. You're absolutely right. No, they do not stock this one with trout. They stock this with walleye. They stock it with. They do put some bass in, not many, because the bass population here is pretty big, pretty good. Um, they put walleye in here. They put tiger muskie in here. I'm not sure about the pike. There's pike in here, but I'm not sure they stock. And obviously, they put some bluegill in here. They quit putting crappie in here because they kind of overpopulated a little bit. I don't think the water's deep enough. There's two spots all the way on the end of the lake. Maybe shoot, it's got to be maybe 3/4 of a mile east of where I'm standing, where the water gets to be like 20. I think the deepest spot I've seen in my boat is 24 feet. Now it isn't. It's down like 3 feet because they're draining it. Um, There's like a 23-foot hole. There's a 20-foot and an 18-foot hole. There's like 3 basins. I try to hit them when I'm ice fishing this lake looking for crappie. I haven't had much luck. I mean, I've been out here. I know they're in here. I catch crappie. But in the winter, man, I drill hundreds of holes. I came out here 2 weeks straight, 5 days each week. Drilled 100 holes every day. Wore out 2 batteries on my ion auger, and nothing, man. I catch smallmouth, some bluegill. I can see carp on my flasher. I know they're carp because they don't, they'll come up and check out the bait and they never take it. But for some reason, these crappie just elude me here in the winter. Yeah, I catch them. I've gotten them by an accident too. It's cool to do, but I kind of, I don't know. I don't count those myself. I'll say that I caught them, but it's not like I'm targeting them. Uh, yeah, I think you're right, Ryan. I definitely have better luck at the lakes. That's not that far for me to tell you the truth. I can get there in like 35, 40 minutes. It's that $20 wrap fee. Hello, Mr. Ossifer. You kind of checked me out. It's that $20 wrap fee that gets you after a time. Twice a week. That's $40. That adds up quick through the ice. Yeah, I want to hit Channel Lake through the ice this year. I've never ice fished that lake. I've never fished that lake, but I hear a lot of good things about it. Another lake is Lake Bluff, but I didn't tell you that. That lake I've actually caught in walleye on that lake through the ice. You'd think the walleye would be in at the dam. The one north of us. You'd think they were there. I've never actually went up to the dam in my boat. I need to do that. I know there's some big channels and stuff out that way. I just, I'm guilty of being too antsy. It's that long no wake ride that gets to me. I think you know what I'm talking about. It's a long ride past the locks and stuff. 22 people still watching. That's awesome. I don't doubt that you do. I don't doubt that you do, Ryan. You guys are always killing it. I've seen guys catch them right at Algonquin Dam. They're yo-yoing blade baits over there. They're actually getting in the water in the cold days, and they do pretty good. Now, is that on the chain that you guys are getting those crappie, or is that somewhere closer to you? Not that I need an exact spot. I'm just curious. Hey, Aaron, how are you? I'm gonna put put on my glasses. The sun's really messing with my sight. Amen to that. It is always better than being home. Yeah, I know a couple of guys that fish the Fox, and not the Fox, Fox Lake, and they've given me some spots over there. I need to try that. They actually catch them from the shore, which isn't too bad. Get my boat in there, that would be nice. But I definitely think I might be putting my boat up. I got to figure out how to get. The problem is my boat's too long for my garage to have the car in there at the same time. And having the wife's car outside really makes it kind of inconvenient all winter long for the amount I'd use the boat. So I'm really weighing the pros and cons on whether or not to put it away or not. Uh, we'll see what happens here in the next week or two. I think I know what you're talking about, the spot where you're talking about, Ryan. I think I do. I'm not that familiar with all the spots on there, but I've looked at maps and I've talked to some guys who pointed me in the right direction. I just need to get out there, man. Just like all those freaking videos I keep talking about, I need to make them too. Just so many hours in the freaking day. I'd like to get some fish. I'm gonna check my baits, see how they're doing. See, that's a big problem with days like this for me. Both from baits are gone. So I rebaited one. I'm going to rebait this one, but it's hard to get a good hook set on these circle hooks, or even know you got to bite when this wind's blowing like this. I'll put it on the Fisherman's Excuse T-shirt, right? I told you it was windy. All right, what's going on here? All right, yeah, blew my camera over. That's all right, it's all good. Tighten this all back up. Yeah, oh yeah, wind is bad. You know, I got a hook on the bottom of this tripod that's you can hang weights from. I just don't have any rope, or else I'd hang my tackle bag from it. I'm thinking about what to use here. Oh, I'm doing this. One ton. Let's see what I missed here. Well, thanks for the tip about the walleye, Ryan. Yeah, Beer Camp Bridge. I've been under there a few times. Not when I was fishing, when I was out cruising around with some buddies on their boat, heading out to Blarney's back in the day. But yeah, they stacked them beers up on that bridge. Yeah, it is what it is. I don't know if I imagine they fall off into the water, so I kind of got mixed feelings about that. I do know, I have an idea of where it is. I got a buddy of mine who posts pictures of that every year. He's out there cruising around. Oh, cool. I'll have to check that out. Everybody puts their beer cans up there when they go in there. Yep. Told you guys it was windy. Yeah, I mean, if the fish are going to eat, they're going to eat, Aaron. I don't know if it's a myth. At night, it's kind of nicer to fish. I think people like it because there's less boats, less people out. It's a little quieter. Generally, it's not as windy at night, things like that. They feed at night. They're nocturnal. I mean, do fish sleep? I don't know. I don't think so. But they do rest up. They do kind of just float there. I wouldn't call it. Yeah, that spring cold water, Ryan. Here's my thought on spring crappie. When ice is out, that's one of my favorite times to do it, and they're looking for oxygen. So I always like fish. As soon as the lake goes out, the area of the lake that melted first is going to be the most oxygen rich. Or if there or water's pouring in from ice melting, I do my best there, and it's kind of a task. The couple of spots I fish, I'll go out there every day, and as soon as the ice is starting to melt in those spots, until I find them. And when I do, it's a good 2 days of nonstop crappies. That's why I like them so much. That's my favorite time of the year for them, man. I mean, it really is. A lot of people talk about the spawn and stuff, but I'll take ice out crappies any day of the week. And usually what I've found and what I've heard a lot is, let's say you get into a school of crappie and there's smaller ones, that's what you're going to catch. If you want bigger ones, you got to move. At that time of year, man, they're all mixed in. At least that's my feeling. And if you fish them out, I mean, I've gotten like 4-inch crappie and then a 14-inch and then like a 6-inch and then like a 12-inch. And that never happens when I'm fishing either spawn or summertime crappie or whatever. But that's just my personal, experiences. I agree, Mud Trap. They eat when they're hungry. I imagine they would be pretty hungry now. I'm hoping the sun warms it up down here, but this wind is blowing that cold water back up, so it might not from the deep end of the lake. So it might not. it might not make a difference. It's got to be turning. Like I said, they're draining the lake and they're draining it in the opposite direction of the wind. So all I can think of is that it's, it's turning the water like this in there. So it's leveling out the temperature across the lake. I wouldn't know unless I got out there with my boat and found out what the temperature. I agree with you, Ryan. I think that too. When that mud gets nice and warm, and especially in cold water, they'll get down, they'll hunker down in there. Yeah, they do slow down this time of year, but they're out here. Channel cat's always easy. Maybe that wind's dying down. We'll see if something changes. Maybe not. Now, Ryan, this spot here, not was it? Yeah, last year there was a die off of the shad, and I'm not even exaggerating, 10, 11, 12-inch shad in this spot. And for the life of me, I can't find them on the lake either. This lake is so funny when it comes to that. I mean, there's big fish in here. You'll get them every now and then, but they're hard to find. Which is probably why I keep coming back. I mean, if it wasn't challenging, if it was easy, I mean, you hear everybody badmouth stock or trout, right? They're relatively easy to catch. They really are, and I like them because they're good. They're not. Oh, like I was saying, I like them because they're good fare, and my parents like them. And it makes them happy when I bring them to them. They're fun to catch on light line, but they're by no means are they hard to catch. I mean, some of the bigger stocked areas that I go to, yeah, if you're not in the spot, it takes a while for them to come around. But if you wait them out, you're going to catch them. And on ultralight line, I realized, hey, Avid, what's going on, buddy? So, Avid, are you working today, buddy? Yeah, it's like it gets in their slime coat. They're in the mud so deep. I know exactly what you mean. It's like it's mixed in, almost like they're stained. It does wipe off. Hey, what's going on, Robert? How are you? No, I said Avid, not Abid. Off here, like, let me see if I can point. I doubt you guys can see it, but I know there's a brush pile out there. I should get a line behind it. The problem is if you don't get it right behind that brush pile, there's a lot of weeds. You'll end up just burying your baits in there. But if you can get it, I don't think I have it long enough. I could tie another leader, but I'm not going to do that right now. I don't think I'm going to be out here all that long, but I just wanted to get out here for a little bit. Or if you use like a double hook rig, you know, a high-low rig, you can get it up there, and you usually do pretty good. I've got a lot of bass out of here on circle hooks that way too. Some big ones, like some 5-pounders too. You working today, Mo? Robert? I don't know what to call you on these. Hey, if anybody's listening, MO Creek Fishing, that's Missouri Creek Fishing. He just started a new YouTube channel. Check it out. Give him a sub. Give him a reason to keep going. I know we're going to see good stuff from him. That guy slays the smallies and stuff on those little creeks down there. One of these days, I'm going to get down there and fish with him for sure. Share some of his homemade goodness that he's been showing me. Grandkids are playing in the mud. What's the temperature like down there? Nope, nothing yet. The wind's like 15 to 20 miles an hour. It's blowing my line all the way. I had a couple of them pick my hooks clean. I'm using shad, 5/0 circle hooks, 30-pound leader, the usual stuff for that. Avid, if you can't post a link on there, I kind of don't want to get off this chat or else I'm going to lose you guys. But if you go to my Facebook page, the group, the Catfish and Crappie group, I posted it last night. You can get it from there, buddy. There'll be a direct link to it there. Well, Robert, feel free to post it. I'm not sure if I made you a moderator. I think I did. I think I blue wrenched you. I'd love to, man. One of these days in the spring, maybe we'll come down there. Maurice, what's going on, my friend? How are you? No, I haven't caught anything. I know you're going to ask me that. We're trying, but the wind's like 15 to 20 miles an hour. Had my hook stripped clean once. It's hard to get a good hook set with these circle hooks. But I'm also casting out into a channel, which is, I don't know, I'm guessing, no quote me on this, 50, 60 yards, maybe even 70 pushing. I'm trying to get out into the main channel. Hopefully the scent will carry going down there, draining the lake here. So who knows what's going to happen. The wind's blowing in the opposite direction, so it's mixing the water up. We'll see. Those I think I'll have a lot of part. I've been out here when it's been dead calm, hasn't rained in a while, and the water's dead, and I catch absolutely nothing. And then it'll rain, and it'll go gangbusters. The secret to this spot is you need current, like a lot of fishing. You need to carry that scent down for channel casts. So that's what I was hoping to get. There you go. I see the link there. Now, what I found with this spot, generally true with most channel cat spots, to be honest with you, or most channel catfishing is, man, those guys, they're hit and run, so they'll set them circle hooks pretty good. So it might even be, or pretty readily, I should say. So it might even, like I said, there's a lot of turtles in this lake. It might even be them picking my hooks clean. Who knows? When it's not windy, I can tell the difference between a turtle bite and a fish bite. You know, that you can kind of see when they're chewing on it. You'll see your rod kind of bending from the middle. Kind of does like that. How do I do this? Kind of does like that when you got a turtle messing with it. Hey, James, what's going on? Yeah, I don't think there's that big of ones in here. If I get a 10-pounder, man, that's a great fish for here. and they come once a year maybe. For the longest time, this is where I had my personal best channel cat actually of 11 pounds until like last year. It stuck for the longest time too. But normally, like I was saying, they get to be what? Between, there's really small ones, but I'll catch between 2 and 8 pounders here. So that's about the average weight range, which isn't bad. You got to take into consideration when you're fishing. You got all these guys that want to catch all these big fish and stuff. It depends on the body of water. If I get an 8 pounder here, man, I'm tickled to death. I'm happy. It's not a huge monster fish, but it's a good day for sure. Yeah, I agree, Avid. It was great having James on the show. The guy knows a lot. You guys would be not surprised, but it's always nice to see that part of James come out. And I was honored to have him on the show and have him share that with me. You see how windy it is? You see the goatee? That's your wind barometer. So what are you up to today, Maurice? You hanging out at home? Got any plans for Halloween? Who here likes Halloween? Who here likes when the kids come visit, taking their kids out? Who doesn't? Who's a grumpy old man like me sometimes? I don't mind the kids so much. It's my dogs going crazy and knocking furniture over, especially my bulldog Coco. I mean, she'll move everything out of her way to get to that door. And the kids adore her, so they just kind of egg her on. My wife picked up a bunch of Halloween candy. I'm pretty proud of myself. I haven't touched a single one. Who here can say that? Yeah, pretty much. I always thought about rather than wearing a mask, I could just get a rubber band and do that and walk into the store, see what they say. Already had to make another trip? It's still early. Or is that because of you, Robert? Yeah, Betty's out fishing. I don't know if she's streaming or not. I know there's a bunch of people listening. It is Saturday, so I imagine people are busy doing stuff. We're going to keep at it, though. What, you ate a bunch of candy last Friday? What did you do last Friday? Oh, you worked last Friday. That I know. We're on the no on coffee, too. That's the bad part. Yeah, we're not catching either. I'm just fishing. That's true. Same thing here. Well, look how strong that wind is. Look how it's bending those rods. And the water's gone down, shoot, like 3 or 4 inches since I got here. We're really draining this. I've never fished it while they were doing that, so who knows what's going to happen. I didn't know what to expect. There you go, Avid. Tell them you got your mask. You're good to go. It's not on a small river, basically, Dockery. It's a dammed off creek right prior to the Fox. So this empties into the Fox. Right now, the current's blowing. I mean, the wind's blowing the opposite of the current, so who knows what it's doing. Like I've said a couple of times already, I'm trying to let the scent from my baits travel downstream, but I don't know what this wind is doing to it. Thought maybe there was something messing with that. No, I was wrong. Wishful thinking. Cool, James, I'll check it out. I'm not going to be here that much longer, maybe another hour or so. If I don't get anything in that, there's no use staying here. I'd have to come back later this evening, like around 4 or 5 o'clock. That's the way the bite works on this spot. And with it being Halloween and stuff, I kind of want to be home. No chicken today. I'm using frozen shad. You know what? I should try chicken here. As much as I'm a bait prude, I'll give it a shot. We'll see what happens. Maybe in the spring. This place is, like I said, they're draining it. So unless it fills up and rains pretty hard the next week, we're not going to see any more water here. What I'd like to do is get over those deep holes I was talking about with some jaw jackers, maybe put some chicken on some treble hooks, see if I can't get some cold water cats like that. You're in Texas? That's awesome. Yeah, they got big crappie down there, Texas, Mississippi. You know, we got big ones down south in Illinois. Evan's having that meet and greet at Rend Lake, Lake Egypt. Those are some pretty good crappie destinations. Griswold. Here's a story about Griswold Lake. When I was a kid, there used to be a like a picnic area slash club there that my parents used to take me when I was little. We're talking in the 80s, early 80s. It's closed now. They're actually having all sorts of problems. The city, somebody wants to buy it and do it again, or they want to turn it into a park, and that's been going on forever. But yeah, I used to go to Lake Griswold when I was a kid all the time, and that's close to my house too. Getting on there's hard. I don't think there's any public access that I can think of. If you got your canoe, I think you can get onto it from the Fox. I'm not sure. I haven't been up there. Yeah, it'd be nice to get out of the house, obviously. Or definitely, I should say, James, that's cool. The Island Lake, is that what you're talking about? I haven't been on there in a while either. We used to go there when I was in fishing club at high school. We did pretty good. I've stopped a couple of times in there to fish. I used to get killer crappie in there when I was young. That's actually where I caught like my first crappies. There was this guy who bulldozed a big creek into his backyard. He's passed on now. We used to call him, in Polish, the Jadek's house, which means the old man's house. He charged you $2 to go in there for like the whole family, and you'd fish. And we'd be throwing those Mr. Pinkies and get a whole ton of crappie over there, big ones too. My parents still had pictures of us catching them there. Yeah, so you know this spot, you know this part of town pretty good, Ryan, I must say. Funny part about Griswold Lake, whatever, Lake Griswold or Griswold Lake, whatever they call it, is I didn't realize it was there until like 8 years after I moved out here. I mean, I was that young when my parents used to take me here, and I saw it on a Google map or on a map somewhere. I'm like, wait a minute. Called my dad and verified, yep, that's exactly where he used to take us. All right, I'm gonna check the baits recast again. It's been a little while. See what they look like. So. Yeah, I didn't like that cast. I'm gonna have to check that one in a minute. I saw a flash. Maybe I lost my bait when it hit the water. So like a little shimmer when it hits. You know, it doesn't always fly off, but a lot of times when I'm casting that far and the bait's not as fresh as I'd like it, man, as soon as it hits the water, it peels it like right off the hook. So we'll give it a few minutes, see what happens. I didn't see it. Usually I can see especially on a sunny day, you can see kind of a flash after the fact, before it sinks or whatever at the top. That's how I know if that's happened or not. So I did see a little one, but who knows? The hook was bare. Who knows what's going on there? It just could be turtles or whatever. It could be the wind dragging that 5-ounce weight around. It's that strong. When it's dragging around, if it's not past this weed bed that I'm trying to get past, sometimes it'll pull a bait right off the hooks. See this one, actually, you know, like I said, I got 5-ounce weights on here, and this thing's easily 10 feet from where it landed. And I can tell because I'm aiming for a kayak across the way right outside the. Hopefully, this isn't going to go over again. The wind's picking up. And also, I'm kind of trying to reel them in fast to get them over these weeds that are out here in front. You know, it's a mess once I get it back in. Especially too, you know, you got the leaves to deal with. This bait's still on here, it hasn't been touched. So we'll see what it looks like once I get it cleaned up. I know you shouldn't be throwing that bait in the water, but if anything, it keeps the turtles. This is the shallow side. This is where the turtles hang out. It keeps them away from the bait sometimes. I don't see too many cats out on this side or catch them this close to the shore, so hopefully I'm not shooting myself in the foot. Wouldn't be the first time. Also, they put that netting down here for the grass, so it's a pain in the butt when your hook gets caught in there. The other day I was here and I was wrestling with this stuff. All right, downsize it a little more. Nice and bloody and smelly. This one is I had a bell for that one somewhere. You guys see where I put that thing? I threw it in my pocket. All right, that other one I was complaining about, the cast and stuff, I'm going to pull that in and check it out. Yep. Here, look. All right, sorry about that, folks. I'm glad I checked it. Yeah, this one's getting stronger. I thought it was getting weaker. There is a gazebo behind me. Why do you ask, Ryan? I guess I could do it from in there, but the wind's still howling through there anyways. It's also darker. I thought the sun would be better out here. And I'm trying to keep the rods in the, even though I can put my fat head in the way, I'm trying to keep the rods in there just in case I do get a bite. Cool. You should come out. How far are you from me, Ryan? How far does it take you, let's say, to drive up to Algonquin Dam? How long does it take you to get up here? You don't need to tell me where you're at or anything. I'm just wondering how long you got to drive to get out here. Oh, half hour ain't bad. Shoot, you're pretty close. For some reason, I thought you were out in like Joliet area, Plainfield area, so you must be closer to John then, right? Because I'm thinking he's a half hour from here in traffic, 25 minutes. I don't know where John lives, but I got an idea just because I sent him a hat. Hey, Mud Tramp, what's the weather like down in Texas? Carroll Stream, yeah, so you're not far. I was out that way fishing in Bartlett yesterday. Buddy of mine took me, wanted to take me crappie fishing, said it was a good spot. We got a lot of crappie, but they were small, so it was fun. I kind of froze. Yeah, John lives right by Slade. That I know. I don't mind Slade. getting my boat on and off the trailer, there's always a pain in the butt, so it's hard to do alone. So if I'm like with the boys, it ain't too bad. And the water's up a little bit. Ryan's always welcome to come fishing with me, man. If I got room on a boat, there's always room on a bank. He's always welcome to come. Same with John and any of them guys. Oh my gosh, I got nothing to hide. I ain't worried about it. I'll share everything I got with everybody. I'll take 65 degrees. Shoot, I'd take this if the wind wasn't so bad. We'd be doing a heck of a lot better out here. I personally think we might be getting a little hitched just because the fish have been so small over here. Since they opened this area back up, it's been under construction, like I said, all summer. And all the fish I've been catching is right around 2-3 pounds. They're small. So they might be just tripping my hooks. And with that big bow in the line from, I got 5-ounce weights on there. Maybe I should double them up. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. But the bow in the line's not setting those circle hooks. Yeah, it's, you think Slade's overfished? I know guys who catch stuff every time they go out there. Right. Not monsters or anything, but it is overfished. There's a lot of people that are out there. And this year, you know, with the lack of rain, it's been kind of shallow. I ran my boat around. I've been out there twice. I was out there once with Damien and Jose, and we got one in the boat that day. You know, one in the boat's a good day as far as I'm concerned. I'm not slaying them all the time, but I like fishing with you too, Abby. Sharing a beer with you on the bank is always a good time. Usually when I launch at Slade, Ryan, I go way up north. I go underneath the bridge. I get past there. I'll even go all the way up to the islands in that park up there, especially if I'm fishing for channel cats. In between those islands over there always does me pretty good. I've had countless times where I've been out there and I would fish that whole stretch. I'd launch at Voyagers, right? And I would fish all the wood during the day, all the way up, and I wouldn't get anything until I got up to that island. Then I'd get up to those islands and I'd do pretty good up there. Here's the deal with the dam. There's another park down there where the dam is, and I've fished there countless times. And there's deep holes, and maybe I should move down there. You know, that would be interesting, especially since they're emptying the lake. I'd have to pack up, get down there, carry. I could do that, but that's interesting. But otherwise, like during the year, unless I'm fishing for bait, I'll get a lot of bass down there too. But the channel cats down there, all I've ever gotten down there was like little, like 6-8 inch dinks for some reason. I don't know why they stay down there. There's probably a lot of cover, or they're able to get away from the predators down there, so they stay down at that end. But I've never tried it while they're draining the lake. That's kind of interesting. Maybe I'll come back tomorrow and do that. I gotta hold on to the tripod here and start to move again. Yeah, but the other end, definitely at that other park. That's interesting. You got me thinking now. I should have thought of that earlier. I was just so excited that they opened this spot back up that I wanted to come here again today. This is like the third time I've been out here. I haven't been skunked yet. Today could be the first time. Of course, you know, the time I choose the live stream, that's when it's going to freaking happen. Hey, John, how are you? I'm using some frozen shad I got left over that I caught earlier. Maybe, I don't know, like 6 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago. Oh, and that's another thing, Ryan, man. I went to the dam this week. Nothing. My boys got some the day before, but I went in there and I did like 20 casts. Nothing. Nothing at all. That was right after we had that little bit of rain. I was throwing in a current, throwing in the seams. Funny part is that creek that comes in there was shallow as heck, clear water. So I don't know where the heck they went over there. I should have tried over by the boat ramp and such, but it was during the day. that boat that launched is coming back. I don't know if you guys can see it. That wasn't long. They weren't out there very long at all. See, how long have we been on here? Oh, 2 hours. Holy smokes, time flies when you're talking to yourself. Just kidding, talking to you guys. This is actually pretty cool. It's like you guys are here keeping me company. Like I said, they're actually coming to pick somebody up. That's kind of cool. Here, check it out. Ryan, you haven't been here in a while. Look at what they did to this place. They bought the house that was next door. They knocked down here. Look, that's how windy it is. You see that? Wind's moving those 5-ounces. What's going on, Ace? No, we're not getting any yet, Ace. This is a rough day. It's super windy out here. I'm losing bait, so they're there. They're just not getting any hooks set. Yeah, they put a lot of. It's actually pretty cool. It'll be interesting to see what happens next year. I mean, they had a bucket out here, and they actually added like, I don't know, they added like 6 feet to the bank all the way around this little island. They added a new boat ramp, all sorts of stuff. They knocked down the house next door. They put a handicap fishing dock in there. I mean, it's nice, but we'll see what it does to the fishing. It hasn't been good so far this year, but it's going to take a while for it to get normalized. You know how it goes. We're going to need next year's growth to come in here and fix it. You know what's going to happen? I'm going to get a little channel cat here. I hope. I'll take it. And the wind's going to blow over my phone. Hey, Half Crazy, what's going on? How you doing, buddy? For the guys who just came in, we're just checking out a spot that I usually fish. This wind's probably going to make it tough. It's also an evening spot, more or less, or late afternoon than it is a more early morning spot. But being Halloween, I kind of want to be home for the kids and stuff. Help my wife dish out the candy. It's always nice to see my nieces. They're getting a little older now. My nephew might swing by. I'm curious to see what he's dressing up at. He's always a character. He's a good kid. So hopefully they'll swing by. After this, I'll go home. I'll do some stuff around the house, get that stuff taken care of. I've been kind of putting it off. Like I was saying, I got to get the hoses in. I got to get this big old smoker off my deck, which is always fun. The thing weighs I think it weighs 600 pounds, so it's fun to get. It's only a 2-step deck, but it's still kind of hard to get it off there. There's like no way to grab it. Here come the geese. They're working their way back this way. Back up to 20 people watching. Hey, if you guys could hit the thumbs up, that'd be cool. I'd appreciate it. If you're not subbed, go ahead and sub. That would be terrific. Hit that bell notification, all that good stuff. Man, I sound like a wannabe real YouTuber, don't I? Wannabe is the key word in that. We got some people coming up here, so we'll see how weird they look at me when they look at me talking to myself or see me talking to myself. Becca. Oh yeah, Mud Tramp. Is it Rebecca or is it Becca? What do you like being called? I remember you mentioned that the other night, that was your name. I like Mud Tramp. Nothing wrong with that. That's a cool name. Look how windy that is. Holy smokes. Norm's still in here? What's going on, Norm? Morning, how are you? Or afternoon, right? Nothing. No, that's slow, man. This wind's well, I'm fishing for catfish, so this wind's blowing me all over the place. We'll see how it does. No, I got shad. Oh, maybe. We'll see what happens. With this wind blowing this way and the current going the other way, they're draining the lake too. It's gone down. Shoot, like a foot in the last day. They do it every year to check the dam. Got some people down here at the other end looking for crappie. Hey, Stanley, what's going on, buddy? How are you, man? There are shad in here. They're hard to find. Like I was saying earlier, there was a shad kill here last spring I saw. They were like 10 inches big, so they're in here. Every now and then I'll get one in a cast net when I throw off the island. And also, if I'm in my boat, I got to get better at finding shad on my boat. I ain't going to lie, I'm terrible at it. I think I just need to get out there and throw. There's a couple of bays here I should probably try next time I'm out here on my boat. Probably won't be till this day. Nope, not doing good at all. Not with this wind. Jim. We're going to give it a little while longer, see if we can't squeeze one out. We'll see what happens. We'll see if these people get some crappie. If they start nailing them, I'm going to go get my crappie rod out of my truck. We'll do that. They might do all right. The wind's blowing in the right direction. If it's blowing the bait, but you'd think there'd be catfish here too. Guys fishing in the right spot, though, that's for sure. Let's see what's going on here in chat. Everybody's saying hello to one another. Creole's back. You doing any good since you moved, Creole? And Jim, are you done or Stanley, are you done? You know who I'm talking to. You done fishing for the year, or are you still going to go out and get some carp and channel cats? This isn't a chain, Stanley. This is a local spot where I'm at. If you want to know exactly where you're at, message me on Facebook. I'll give you the location. But you do got to be a resident to fish here, though. That's the only thing. Oh, if you come with me, though, I got plenty of passes. You put another 53 in a boat, so you got 2 today? If you got two, that's cool. You got one, two, that would be fantastic. No Becky. Yeah, okay, no Becky. I promise not to call you Becky. Oh, nice. I had, I had an ATV site, like a forum, side by side forum for the longest time. I mean, it thing got huge. And then some hackers came in and stole the damn thing from me. It was a big, ugly thing. Kind of fell through the cracks, but shoot, I had like 175,000 people that were members of that thing. It was called House Rhino back in the days. That's like a nickname I got from an old job I had. That was fun. I got a little bit of affiliate money from that. Got to know a lot of people. Spent a lot of time at Badlands over here in Illinois. Cliffs Insane Terrain Park's another spot here. Well, actually, Badlands is in Indiana. Cliffs Insane Terrain Park, spent a lot of time messing around on quads and side by sides. I kind of gave that up because the life got in the way. So, but yeah, mud's a blast. I can't believe we're not getting anything, man. Oh, cool. So yeah, I know exactly where that place is. That Cliffs place is crazy. Sometimes it's been a long time since I've been out there. I went out there like right after they opened that place up, and it was pretty crazy, man. That was fun. That'll pucker your butt if anything. Some of those hills were terrifying. Yeah, that'll do it, Rebecca. That'll do it. I don't know. Maybe you need to think about it as not getting in the way. Maybe as in getting something out of your way, right? Yeah, that's a cool place out there. Look at the bend in there. I'm gonna give it another 30 minutes, guys. I appreciate you guys being here. We'll see what happens. I'm kind of heartbroken I didn't even get a little one, but it is what it is. I call it right. That's what everybody keeps telling me. That's why they call it fishing, not catching. I know that sounds kind of lame. I wish I was raking them in like some of the guys out there. You know what's right for you, my tramp. You gotta do what you gotta do. Almost lost the camera again. It's getting even windier out here. Can't say I didn't try though. You ain't kidding, Jeremy. You ain't kidding. What's the other saying? Sometimes you're the windshield, sometimes you're the bug. Yeah, we're getting nothing. I'm not seeing anything. Might check the baits one more time in a minute. Hey, what's going on, Derek? How are you? Hopefully you were doing better last night. I kind of tuned into your live stream and you were done already. Katie, what's going on? How are you doing, dear? Glad you stopped by. Yeah, Katie and Derek, man, wind is ripping out here. It's making it hard to tell if I'm getting any bites or anything. I want to get out and log some time, though. Like I was saying, I was going to bring my boat out here, but it's like, see, check it out. And it's this wind's to my back. Yeah, I'm not catching crap here either. I've lost some baits and stuff, but that could have been anything. I got 5-ounce weights on there, and this wind, I'm casting like 50, 60, I don't know, maybe. I'm a bad judge of weights and distance, but it's a long cast, at least 50 yards. So all that line in the air in this wind, it's dragging 5-ounce freaking sinkers across the bottom. I think I could be just losing these softer frozen shads as it's doing that. So I don't know if they're bites or whatever. I got big bows in my line. I can't get them to straighten out, so I can't tell if they're bites or if it's just the winds. But I'm giving it a heck. Every now and then, if they take the whole thing, but they haven't. This week I've been fishing this spot. They've been kind of just dragging and pecking at them as they do in the colder weather. I downsized my baits, my hooks. I'm down to like a 5-aught Mustang hook, which is pretty close to a 4 or a 4-aught. Maybe if I hit 3-aughts, I would. Oh, after 3 weeks, that's quick. Yeah, it's been a soft bite here all week. I mean, I can usually get them with 8-aught hooks here, so I started out with that earlier this week, and they were just pecking. I had some sucker heads that I was using, which worked out better because their skulls are a little harder, so I'm able to get that hook through there, and they were just gnawing on it. The ones I did catch, they had that. They were so tight-lipped, I couldn't get the damn hooks out. Pardon my French. And the couple that I did, they literally like crushed the darn baits. You could see them in their mouth. They were like flat as a pancake. So once they committed, they did commit, but it was getting them to do that. I think they're just grabbing it and running. At least they were earlier. In this spot, they're small channels here, so I mean it's not like I'm going after monsters. But it's fun to get out here on a Saturday. Hey, Brian, how are you? Nope, no luck, man. No luck. Brian, you're out on a boat. You got somebody in charge of your Instagram stuff? Creo? Jeremy, that's nice, man. I have a crew helping you out. Yeah, your caps lock that's stuck, a new keyboard. Yeah, you should get one, man. Everybody's going to think you're yelling at them. Good for you, Jeremy. I'm not saying anything. There's some people, I don't know if you can see them, they're fishing over here at the end. They're fishing for crappie or whatever bites. They're not having any luck either. Usually if this lake or most of the spots I fish, if they're not biting in like 20 minutes, you know, it takes a while for them to actually come around if that's the fact. But this time of year, that usually isn't, unless you're in a big pond or something. Then they're traveling a little more. In the winter, if you're fishing basins, then off the ice, then that's when you got to move. Stick and move. Yeah, what is up with the ice cream and keyboards? Or is that code for something else? Yeah, it is pretty nice out here. I like this. If you guys are subbed to my channel, you'll see whenever I do my live streams on Fridays or the new geared up that I'm going to start doing, which is basically just an excuse to hang out and maintain some of my gear, show you guys what I have. You'll see the background of all that image that's actually taken at this place at another location on it. I mean, it's really pretty out here, especially in the mornings when it's nice and quiet. And, you know, people aren't out and see all the ducks on the water. It's like glass out here in the mornings. It's even better when when there's a little bit of fog out here, you know, or the mist is coming off the water. It's really pretty. I feel grateful to live this close to a place like this. I can't lie. Hey, one time, you were thinking it too, or you wouldn't have said that. Maybe you should, Ace. Maybe you should start a GoFundMe for a new keyboard. I'd be curious to see if that'd work. You know, I need to get a new keyboard too. Maybe I'll stop on the way home and pick one up. Mine's not stuck, but I got a rechargeable wireless one, and the battery just won't hold the charge. So I'm having to charge it like constantly. Hey, easy there, Ace. Good for you. Up, low battery. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what I can do about this battery. I got a short cord, so I got to figure out how to make this work. I took the cord out of my truck, but I got nothing to tie this to. Maybe I need to get some electrical tape out. No. We may be SOL after this is out, after the battery's out. Yeah, you tell him, James. Yeah, I can't wait to see you what you can do at that spot that you're moving to. It sounds like an awesome place. All right, I'm gonna grab some electrical tape. We'll get this figured out. Look at that. Always have electrical tape in your tackle box or your bag, whatever it is you use. I agree, Michael. Nothing wrong with some Cajun magic. Must be that voodoo. No, I didn't hear what anybody did. I'm not really interested right now. Ace. Yeah, listen to James. James, you know what to do. Keep it family friendly. All right, we got some electrical tape and a battery pack. Let's see if we can't make this work. I'll plug in my phone. All right, let's see if this works. Some magic. All right, hopefully you guys are still there. Just plugged in. Let's see if it turned on. All right, we should have power, at least until I'm ready to run out of here. That sounds good, 1 ton. I'm with you. I don't know. I like to think James Dockery is everywhere. We just don't know where he is. Hey, Lyle's still in here. What's up, buddy? I agree, Rebecca. That sounds fantastic. The wind barometer, let's see. For the wind gauge. Yeah, actually, I got a friend who's moving down there to New Orleans. She's really looking forward to it. She's got a new job. She's really relocating down there. She loves it down there. She said she's going to go eat beignets the first week she's down there and send me pictures. Yeah, they're all over, Lyle. You want to see them? Well, I can't. Well, yeah, I can't turn it, but I got to turn the whole tripod. They're loaded up over here, man. I don't know if you can see them back there, but they're back there. This island's usually covered with them. No luck?
I figured if they were biting, they'd bite.
You'd have them by now. Absolutely. If they were here, you'd have them by now. This time of year, not so much over here. And they messed this island up, so it'll be a year or two before they get normalized again. So if you get on, if you go back, you know where Algonquin Road is? If you get back to Algonquin, you head east, you're going to cross over it. Right at the dam, there's a park you can fish at. There's a dam right at Algonquin Road, right over the Fox. There's a dam. You can fish on either side. They're doing some construction, so you got to just watch where you park. But if you drive around there, you'll find some stuff. You can fish on either side. There's a river walk on north of the dam. South of the dam, there's a park. So.
What's the dam called?
Algonquin Dam.
Algonquin Dam?
Yeah.
Thanks, brother.
You're welcome, man. Good luck. Gotta share love with everybody. Uh-oh, are we getting to the Krampus argument again? Mastermind Show, what's going on, brother? How are you? Man, I'm just fighting to win, Mastermind. That's what's going on. Ooh, crawfish. That sounds good. I haven't had them in ages. Yeah, pretty much. You know, it hasn't been that bad. Like I said, I was down there looking for bait, and I was the only one that was down there. So who knows? The guy asked. I told him. Where else am I going to tell him to go? He's asking where the Fox River is. I'd figure I'd tell him right there, and he can go up or north from there either way. So it's rough fishing anywhere this part of town from the bank, definitely. And with this wind, it don't help. You know, over in there's that one boathouse. You know what I'm talking about, Ryan? Right over in what is that? Carpenters? Yeah, that's Carpentersville. I'm not going to mention any names of the company, but it's a pretty big name there. There's that seam right over there. That's a pretty good spot for crappie. At least it has been. I'm using my iPhone 11, Mastermind. That's what I'm using. Does it look good? It's kind of hard for me to see here with the sun being out and these polarized glasses. I'm having a hard time. I'm having to look up to these polarized sunglasses are readers too. So when I'm looking up like this, that's so I can read what you guys are typing to me. I can't believe I'm getting nothing, man. Yeah, my old one used to get hot. If I leave it laying out in the sun, like when I'm on my boat, it gets pretty. Yeah, it's actually kind of warm. No, it's not too bad. It's in a case, and it is cool out here. It's like 40 degrees, I'm guessing, 48 degrees maybe. Not too bad. And with this wind, it's keeping it cool. I do have the battery pack plugged into it now, so we'll see what happens. But I think it'll be all right in this weather. If you're out in the direct sun on like an 80-degree day, this thing will probably overheat. I don't expect it not to. I can't wait till they come out with the new. Well, I got the beta software for my GoPros where I can actually, use it like a webcam. Rumor has it they're going to have capabilities to live stream from the app to numerous sources. Right now, I think you can do it to. You can use the app on Wi-Fi to live stream to Facebook and to an OBS server. But going mobile, I haven't figured out how to do that yet. I've been kind of playing around with it so I could use multiple cams at home for the Geared Up show. So we'll see if I can get that to work. It'd be cool to have, like one camera pointed on what I'm doing and the other one, to talk to you guys with. That's what I'm hoping to do. Yeah, creek chubs are good. Actually, creek chubs and suckers are good, especially here. But I didn't go bait fishing. I used what I had in my supply. This was kind of a last-minute live stream, last-minute fishing trip. I wanted to get out here. Like I had mentioned before, Jesse, they're draining this lake so they can check the dam at the other end. Ryan brought up I should be probably fishing at the other end. He's probably right, but I didn't even think about that. I never do well down there, but the fact that they're draining this thing could change everything. So it's worth a try. I might head out there tomorrow. It's actually kind of down in the valley, too, so the wind might be better. Almost blew over my phone. Yeah, Norm, they're that stuff will get worked out with time. Once everything gets a little cheaper as far as bandwidth goes, and it has in the past. It's just we're using so much bandwidth to do all this live stream. This is pretty advanced stuff if you think about it. I mean, I'm broadcasting live from a telephone. Think about how crazy that is. Think about the amount of information and processing power it takes to do that. Not just that, but the connection, the wireless. I mean, there's nothing's connected here. And I'm streaming live video. It's in HD. It's really pretty incredible. I mean, we get spoiled from this stuff and expect a lot, but man, it's cool that we can do this. Yeah, it might be. But like I was saying earlier, I've never had any luck down there, so I didn't think about going down there today. Thinking about it over after Ryan had setting hooks had mentioned it, definitely think it might be a good idea to try. Like I was saying, the only thing I ever catch on that end or near there is little like 6-8 inch babies. But this could change it, so we'll see. There's like a 14-foot drop over there too, so it's going to be a lot colder tomorrow, and I'll have to come by here and see how much they drained. I'm trying to see if I can show you guys. It's literally a foot down from yesterday, and I was just here yesterday until like 5 o'clock. I haven't in a while, but yes, I fished it before. Hey, Norm, you're going live tonight, right? If I'm home watching the door and the kids, I'll tune in. Might be up and down answering the door, but I'll be on there. I'll check it out. I'll be in chat, talking it up, sharing links if you need me to do that. I'll give you a hand, no problem, brother. Everybody tonight, I believe that, yeah, I think I did see the link on Facebook, if I'm not mistaken. Catfish Headhunter, if you're not subscribed to his channel, subscribe to his channel. I think everybody here is, except the people that aren't in chat. We got 20 or 17 viewing. I don't think everybody's in chat, but if you're not subscribed to Catfish Headhunter, he's got good stuff, weekly updates, all that stuff, and his live stream on Saturday is definitely something to see. A lot of good information hanging out. Thank you, Brian, very much. You go do what you got to do, buddy. I'm only going to be here maybe, I don't know. I'm going to say 20 minutes, 23 minutes, make an even 3-hour stream. I mean, I'm not catching anything, unfortunately, but, at least we're out here. If anything, I'm looking at, this being live stream practice, trying to keep talking with everybody out there, keep everybody entertained the best I can. You guys are definitely keeping me company, and I appreciate that. It means the world to me. If I'd have sat here for 3 hours doing nothing, I'd have been gone, but well before then. All right, thank you, Mastermind. I appreciate it, my friend. I really do. More than you know. Let's talk about the vote from the bait shop's election, from the debate that I was privileged enough to moderate. Looks like the chicken won it. In honor of that, on the way home, I think I'm going to stop and get some KFC just for you, Chad. If you're out there listening, brother, I'm going to have chicken for you and for James. Should I have white meat or dark meat, or should I get both? And KFC is not, you're welcome, Norman. KFC is not my favorite, but it's chicken. Man, even though I didn't get any fish, man, I'm looking at this spot. If there was a sunset picture, I'd take a sunset picture and post that like all the skunks do. But it is pretty. I like being out here. Chicken winner. Winner, chicken dinner. New Catfish Community President. Chicken. I wonder if that's got a name, Dockery. If you're still out there, does your chicken have a name? Chinese food, awesome. What's your favorite kind of Chinese food, Norm? I like. We got a place here. You know, maybe I'll talk the wife into that. Have some. That sounds good. They do salt and pepper. Pepper being like hot, spicy pepper. Shrimp, man. That stuff is the bomb. I get the one without the shells. It's like deep fried shrimp in a hot, peppery, salty Thai oil. It's freaking fantastic. It'll set you on fire. It's got onions and green peppers all sauteed, walked in there. Man, I'm getting hungry. Maybe I'll just wait for dinner instead of getting chicken. I'll get shrimp instead. Never heard of Bojangles one ton. That sounds good. We got a place called Chick, the letter N, dip out here in a town called Hampshire. And man, that fried chicken over there, holy smokes. Man, just thinking about it curls my toes. Whew, that's good. I agree, Norm. This is better than sitting at home. If I didn't have stuff to do, I'd stay out here a little more, even though I'm not getting any bites. I tried the other side of this peninsula or this island here, but since they're draining it, it's shallow. I mean, normally I'm in 4 feet of water where I'm casting. I'm guessing it's like below 3 feet now. So, the water's gone down, but not enough to concentrate the fish in any area. If anything, it might be moving the food, but I was hoping the sun would warm this section of the lake up, but I think it's still early for it to have any effect on that. Raw chicken is not good except for bait, I guess, right? Chicken lo mein. I haven't had that. Sounds good. I've had lo mein. I've had beef lo mein before. Those big floppy noodles, right, Norm? I literally have to hold this tripod. I got a big old 2100 milliamp battery too. Holding this thing down, it's not helping. Wild Man 307 Outdoors. Hey, how you doing? Fishing's been rough. Wind is horrible, 15 to 30 miles an hour. Weather's a little nice. I was hoping this shallow end of this spot I'm fishing and mud would warm up, but it's still probably a little too early for that in the day. I imagine a bite will be better around 5 o'clock, but I got to get home and help the wife with trick-or-treaters and stuff. But I figured I'd come out, give it a shot, and hang out with you guys live. Crab rangoon pizza, man, that sounds kind of... It doesn't sound too bad. It sounds different. I'm not a big fan of like the Hawaiian weird pizzas and stuff, but I'd try anything once. But yeah, that crab rangoon, that's a favorite of my wife. Wife's favorite. All right, what do you think? I'm going to check these baits. Hopefully this thing isn't going to blow over. Check these baits. I'm going to try casting out in the middle of this place here. There's an old log that sits out there I get kind of caught up on. If I can get it out there and it's not too weedy, maybe we'll have some luck with something besides a catfish. So we'll see. Let me give that a shot. Oh, there it is. Did you see that? I got snagged on it. Dude, I got a bunch of weeds. There's a baby there. Still got bait on it. Not a good sign. See what I mean? I drag it through all those weeds. So I've been trying to cast over it. You know, if I had a... It's so shallow, a demon dragon wouldn't work. I mean, the bait would literally be on top. It smells like shit. Perfect. Right on it. I just got a hit. Huh. Remember I told you guys earlier, I don't know if you guys are here for the stream or whatever, about that. There's that little brush pile right out there. I'm pointing to it. It's kind of hard to see the very tip of it. I just cast it in front of it on the back side of the current side. And I think I just got a hit. I'm gonna have to look at the replay right here towards the end of the stream and see if that was a hit or if that was me kicking it. But it pulled like it was one. There's pike in here too. They'll eat them if they're hiding behind that brush pile. But like I was saying, that spot's like super weedy. So unless you're close up on it, like in a boat or something, it usually doesn't. It's usually real hard to fish. And it being so shallow because they're draining the lake too. A demon dragon doesn't do any good to keep it up out of the weeds because the weeds are pretty much all the way up to the top. If I'm thinking correctly, I could be wrong. Let's see what's going on in here. Let's see what I missed here. Yeah, my glasses. Make fun of the old guy. You'll get there someday. Yeah, I do like the 1-ton fishing. That's awesome. Rex, what's going on, buddy? Oh, I can see when I do that. I was surprised you didn't share it with me, Lyle. Thanks, buddy. I thought we were friends. The one I cast over by that brush pile I was talking about, I'm definitely going to check that bait in a minute. Oh, you're going live, Lyle? What time, buddy? So I make sure I don't miss it. Since Dockery's involved, is that monkey, some sort of monkey business, I imagine, right? Hey, Steven, what's going on? As soon as ice goes out, March, that's my favorite time, middle to the end of March, when the ice is starting to melt and they're looking for that oxygen-rich water, they'll come shallow for that. The shallow ends of the lakes, the north ends of the lakes, northwest ends of the lakes, that's when the ice melts first. They're looking for that oxygen-rich water, and you do even better if there's an inlet where all the ice melt from the surrounding areas comes in. They really like that. They're eating bugs and stuff that time of year still. Whatever they can get, moving slow. They do pretty good. April as well. April is usually pretty good. End of March, April. Lyle and James, I look forward to your announcement. It's always good. Has it got the word angry in the name? Yeah, James, I was wondering about that. End of fall, beginning of the cold months, and the next month, I know they go deep. At least that's what I can tell from my sonar and stuff. Always hit the bottom of like deep ledges. They need an area to get away. They can come up, still feed on some, and then they leave. At least that's been in my experience. But what kind of threw it for a loop is last weekend I was out fishing, crappie fishing, and you'd think they would be doing that, but I found them I was finding them in the docks. So I can't explain it. So I wrote that down in my journal. We'll look at that again next year, and we'll try it again next year and see if there's some sort of, you know, pattern there. But usually those patterns don't come to fruition in my journal for a couple of years. That's when you can finally have enough data to figure it out. That's definitely what I thought, Ryan. Ryan, I will message you on Instagram. Let me go home and check. Sunday is my day to go visit my dad. I'll explain to you in a message. I got to see how he's doing. Once I do that, I'll be able to, make a call. If I can get away, I'll definitely shoot you a message. All right, my friend? Oh, I'd love that. That would be cool. Usually I can do that at this spot, to tell you the truth. I always get some channels and some crappie, the same thing. That's where I thought of the name for the channels, because when I'm fishing over here, I'm always getting both. The last kids video I did that I still had the video, the second part is all crappie. And we got channels in the morning, and as soon as the sun came up a little higher and the wind picked up, that's when the crappie started biting. So this is the whole reason for the name. No, I won't blow him off. I got to see what he's doing. If he's supposed to go over to he's supposed to go over to my uncle's house tonight, I believe. If he does that, he's going to want to sleep in. So if he's going to sleep in, I usually don't go over there. So like I said, I'll explain to you in the message. So. At least that's something that I'm trying to do. I was over there last Sunday. I'm kind of thinking I'm going to start going over there on Sundays. Besides, he's always got something he needs me to take care of for him. So, all right, let's see what James says. Oh, James, the water temp's like 43 degrees here. So we're past that. We're so far north of you, James, that we haven't seen 55 degrees for a month. Correct me if I'm wrong, Ryan. I haven't seen that temperature in a long time. $55 degrees, man. We're still getting a flathead here and there. That's the cutoff for them, I believe. At least in my experience, it is. I know that's when I might get one in the spring, is when the water heats up to that temperature. But as soon as it dips below 55 degrees, every now and then you might see one or two come up. But, pay attention to social media and the people I know and stuff. I hear stuff. As soon as it hits 55 degrees, you're not getting any flatheads. It all switches over to channels. And the crappies are going deep. At least they have. But it's weird that I found them in the docks last week. So you never know. Like I said, I'm going to need a couple of years of experience and keep it in my journal, get some sort of data together to figure it out. Exactly, Ryan. I hear you. Yeah, 54 degrees. That's good. You know what I found out, especially in the spring, Ryan, is if the water's like 54, 55, that temperature range right around there, 53 degrees, if you find some runoff somewhere or whatever where you can find a variance in the water temp, that's how I always get like my first flathead in the spring, is I'll look for variances in the temperature and they'll be there. If you can find those spots, even like a half a degree or something, that I think that ups your chances. You're not getting any monsters or anything, but they'll be in there every now and then. You hit one in the head, they're going to take your bait. At least that's what my experience has been, and I'm no expert, but that's what I'm learning slowly. Yep, I agree, Ryan. Yeah, I imagine it would be. You're far enough down there, and I know Missouri stays a little warmer, a little long, just because you're up above. I think if I know where you're at, and I kind of do know where you're at, you're above the weather stream by us. I don't know. I'm no weatherman, but I know there's a like almost a seam. There's a cutoff where there's a difference. When I'm traveling, when I'm driving, I can definitely tell, because there'll be either a raise in temperature or drop in temperature when I cross like this line in Southern Illinois that's like equal with like St. Louis. Who's spamming the chat? Dockery, whoever that is, take care of that, or somebody. I don't know who that is that's got no name on him. If somebody can figure that out, I'd appreciate it. Yeah, I see someone that says stop spamming the chat. I don't know who did that or how they did that, but I saw that in my message. I keep coming. Oh, that person keeps coming in and out. Whatever. As long as they're not doing anything nefarious, it is what it is. Just ignore them or bang or ban them. Use the ban hammer. Whatever. It is what it is. We've had worse things happen on some of these live chats. Some of you know what happened. Thanks, James. I appreciate it, my friend. All right, we're at 3 hours. I'm going to give it a couple more minutes. We're going to call it a day. We're going to get home and I'm going to stop and get some chicken maybe. Or decide I'll call the wife and see if she wants to have Chinese food tonight. If we're going to do that, I'll hold off on the chicken. I'm interested as to what bit that one that was right over there so quickly. There could have been something. My guess is it's a pike. They'll be sitting there and they don't seem to be too afraid. You can get their attention when a sinker hits the water. At least I found any pike I've caught in here has been like right after I'd thrown the bait out. And if you look here, we go over here. Let's see if I can get it. Between like these two docks here, if you come out here, whoever knows this area, right? They hang out in there. They hang out here just north on this area in the shallows. In the warmer summer, the crankbait out there kills them. I've got little snake muskies out of there, so. Well, my hat's gone. We lost my hat. It's floating away. Should have ended it at 3 hours, I guess, huh? Look at it. There it goes. Bye, hat. We'll see where it ends up. If it comes close enough for me to grab it, I'll go get it. Oh, it's sinking. A duck's going to check it out. That's okay. I got more. Oh, and if you ordered a hat, if you're on here, I sent out a batch of them this morning before I left. So those will be coming to you soon. I appreciate all the people that were buying them. Try to straighten out this camera. Oh yeah, that thing's sunk. That thing's done. That's okay. That was my fishing hat. That was the dirtiest one of the bunch. Only thing is I can't see now. Yeah, I can. Well, let's see. How's that? Is that better? You know what? Why don't I just come here? It's not like we're getting it dark here. All right, I'm a little darker, but how's that? Is it better or worse? Oh, my hat sank. Oh, man, I feel bad. Oh, smokes. I got shat all over my reading glasses. Somebody play taps for that hat. It's gone. Shit. You know what? Maybe when I leave, I'll cash out, see if I can't get it. If I get it, I'll take some pictures and post them. I feel bad. I can see it. It's about 20 feet off the corner here. I'm gonna try and get it. Oh yeah, pretty much. Yeah, getting old's a bitch. I ain't gonna lie. You know what though? Everybody complains about being bald and stuff. I kind of freaking like it, man. It's easy, low maintenance. This thing's a pain in the ass, to be honest with you. You know, I can imagine if I had hair to boot to add to that. Oh yeah, that sucker's way down gone. we'll still try to get it. We'll see how good my casting. Oh, that's right, brother. I don't care if I can take a joke. I don't mind. I'm not that guy. Man, I should have been over here, but it's hard to see the rods. So not that we're getting any bites, but I don't know. Is it? I guess you can see them that way. All right, guys. You know what? I'm going to try and get that head out. I'm going to pack up. I'd live stream that, but I really don't want a record of me failing trying to get it, so I'm not going to do that. Thanks for watching. Hit like if you haven't. Thanks for keeping me company. Sorry we didn't get more fish. We'll be back out here at it before the ice comes. We'll get something. It's slow this time of year. I know I'm making excuses and stuff. There's no excuse, but I'm giving it a try. Yeah, I am bald very much. You're turning gray too? I'll have to check that out in some of those videos that you're on with John. But yeah, gray is, I was speaking of that. Look how gray my goatee's getting. I kid you not, a year ago, it was not. I don't know what it is. Ever since I started doing this YouTube stuff, maybe the man upstairs wants me to look like I have some sort of wisdom or something. I don't know if it's working or not, but I ain't fighting it. It is what it is. If I really was bothered about it, I'd just shave it off. So it's all good. Again, thank you guys. We're right at 3 hours and 6 minutes. 14 people still watching. That's cool. Thank you guys for tuning in. And if you guys can get out and fish. Have an awesome day. And thanks for watching again. Thanks for keeping me company, man. We'll talk to you later. And I will message you today on Instagram. All right, Ryan? Thanks, buddy. We'll talk to you later. God bless.